Welcome to the Shineforms video series. Shineforms is intelligent electrical inspection and testing software. Pirform gives you a place to view and work with all of the boards in your certificate at one time. That place is the Board Manager, and today we're going to take a look at what Pirform's Board Manager can do. In my copy of Pirform here, I've got a simple 10-board EICR that I've just made up. Opening that up, you can see the Board Manager in the ribbon here. Selecting that opens the Board Manager on the Supplies view. The Board Manager gives you two different views of the installation. The first one is the Supplies view, which we're looking at now, which shows us how the boards are arranged with respect to their supplies. The second one is the Board Manager list. This shows us the boards in the order that they appear in the certificate. I can change between the two of those by selecting Supplies or List in the ribbon here. Let's focus on the Supplies view first. Straight away in the Supplies view, I can see clearly how my boards are arranged with respect to their supplies. The Supplies view lets me simply drag and drop boards to change their supplies. I drop DB10 onto DB8 there, and it becomes supplied directly by DB8. If I wanted to select a circuit in DB8, I just hover over DB8 and Pirform will open it, and here, when the green arrow is pointing, I just drop it to select the circuit that I wish, and you can see here DB10 is now supplied by DB8-1. I can also click in the Supply column here, which opens up the Supply tool, and I can use that to select any board or circuit in the installation, or to set the origin as the supply for the board. In the ribbon up here, I can choose whether or not to see the circuits for the selected board, or I can choose to expand all of the circuits or contract them all. The other controls available to me in the ribbon are, for example, I can change the number of ways. Here I'm going to change DB10 from 9 to 18. Pressing enter on my keyboard, and you can see that circuits are added. I can also remove circuits. Pirform asks to confirm because it will delete circuits, and those are changed. I can also add, copy and delete boards from the ribbon. Let's copy DB10, and you can see that copy has been created. The Supplies view also allows you to print a view of the installation showing how the boards are arranged relative to their supplies. To do that, I click Print Boards in the ribbon up here. This opens up a print preview view, and I can print directly from here if I wish, or I can export that to various formats such as PDF if I wish to email it or include it as an appendix in my certificate. I can also export it to Excel. And when I do that, you can see the spreadsheet has the boards arranged as per their supplies. You can then take that away and work with it as you wish. Let's close that. You can also see the engineer, instruments and inspection dates are available in the Board Manager, and I can use that to change and set the engineers as I wish. Selecting an engineer will bring in the default instruments. When I select a field here, I can also choose to copy that value down to blanks. Here I've selected Engineer B. It's asked me, do I want to copy that to all blank engineers? I have the option for the engineer to copy the default instruments as well, which I will do. And I click yes, and you can see that Engineer B has been copied with their default instruments to other values. I can also clear out all engineers and instruments from the board. The copy down feature will also work for particular columns. Let's say that I want to copy down the insulation instrument here. You can see that that instrument was copied down. The same works for the inspection dates and the other instruments. Another feature of the Board Manager is that as you're browsing through your installation, if you have a board selected, if you want to see more details on that board, and you go to the circuits and test results, that board will be selected for you. so you don't have to then find it in the circuits and test results. Conversely, if I select a board in the circuits and test results and go to the board manager, that board will be selected for me there. The two are linked, which gives you consistent and easy navigation through your certificate, and of course the same applies in the list view as well. The last column here in the board manager is excluded. This column says to Pirform to exclude this board from the printed PDF. Let's just have a look at DB1, and you can see that DB1 has an observation at that board. Being excluded in the board manager, if we go into the print preview, as you'd expect, the observation does not appear. And when we go down, you'll see the first board is DB2. So DB1 and its observation have both been excluded. Let's go back and just untick that. Click Save. If I go back into print preview, you'll see that DB1 now appears on the PDF. And if I scroll up, you can see that the observation at DB1 now also appears in my PDF. Let's take a look now at the board list view. There are certain common features between this and the supplies view, such as adding, copying and deleting boards, changing the number of ways. This view does not show you the circuits, but you can adjust engineer, instruments and inspection dates, copy down and clear. You can also export the boards here to Excel. The view that you see here gives you the order of the boards in the installation, and you can drag and drop to change that order as you wish. You can also change that order using the Move Board Control button here, which can move the board up or move the board down. And you can see there are also keyboard shortcuts, Control-Shift-U and Control-Shift-D, if you want to do that from the keyboard. The list view also lets you select more than one board, and you can act on that selection by copying or deleting en masse. Lastly, let's have a look at the export boards, which also appears in the supplies view as well. This just exports the boards to a spreadsheet view. If we open this up, you can see that a spreadsheet is created containing the boards in my installation and the circuits in my installation. You can read about the board manager by going to our website, clicking on the Docs link to go to our documentation, going into the Pirform section and clicking on Board Manager and reading the article here. For more information, visit our website at www.shineforms.co.uk or follow us on Twitter at Shineforms. Thank you for watching.